paper, late flights, young barracuda watching for them great whites, way bright stage lights, they might just take the pipe if I play it right. Egg tight, go bananas, take a bite, hold the hammers, might take your life in your pajamas, play it right and take a hike to Alabama, I'm gone. I be in and out the spot, I ain't got no time to talk, nigga, I'm gone. I be on and off the road, I be living like a boss, nigga, I'm gone. Shawty do it like a pistol, knock the pussy out the park, nigga, I'm gone. We been racing to the money, I been winning from the start, nigga, I'm gone.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's me. I'm back with another video. Before I forget to say it, y'all go and hit that like, share the video, subscribe, do whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Do all that good stuff. So, let's get into it. All right, so I'm telling you, look, your good sis is telling y'all there's a whole world war thing going on, and they're really trying to be hush about it. And the thing about it is, all of the big countries, they're beefing, and they've been beefing for a little bit. But the thing is like stuff like what I'm about to tell you, it'd be like on page 5, and on page 1, 2, 3, and 4 be stuff like Beyonce. It'd be the distractions. So let's turn to page 5, 6, 7, and 8 and see what's going on behind the curtain, because they're trying to play with us. I promise you they are. All right, this one was in December, the end of December. Okay, it says North Korea threatens bold military steps against Japan after Tokyo ramps up defense spending. So Tokyo was like, okay, we're gonna spend some money, and North Korea is like, no, we don't like this. So it says North Korea threatens to take bold military steps against Japan on Tuesday after Tokyo announces plans to drastically increase its military spending. North Korea's foreign ministry argues Japan is aiming to return to its pre-World War II status as an aggressive military power. According to the Washington Times, Japan announced plans to double its military spending last week, arguing that it needs the ability to strike back at either North Korea or China in a potential attack. Okay. Japan's foolish attempt to satire is black-hearted greed. The building up of its military invasion capabilities with the pretext of a legitimate exercise of self-defense rights cannot be justified or tolerated, a foreign minister spokesman told statement. Hold on, wait a minute. Let's back that up. They said, hold on, let's get Japan's foolish attempt to hold on, wait. How is it black-hearted greed though? The building up of its military invasion capabilities with the pretext of a legitimate exercise of self-defense rights cannot be justified and tolerated. What? Is it not? Okay, hold on, wait a minute. The building up of its military invasion capabilities with the pretext of a legitimate exercise of self-defense rights cannot be justified and tolerated. Why not? Why not? How is what? Okay. So what they saying, they shouldn't be prepared? So North Korea is like, yo, you get prepared and it's a problem. It says North Korea has long attacked Japan. For the atrocities it committed throughout Asia prior to and during the world wars. The country now argues Japan seeks a return to its colonial ambitions through its alliance with the U.S. Child, I'm sorry. I don't know if this don't make any sense. Let me know in the comments. Do this make sense to you? It don't make sense to me. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. All right. Which one is next? Let me look. Ooh, child, they cutting up. All right. The next one is February 17th. Okay. North Korea. See, North Korea really cutting up. North Korea threatens unprecedentedly strong response to U.S. South Korea nuclear drills. So now North Korea is coming at South Korea for their nuclear drills. U.S. and South Korea. North Korea Ministry of Foreign Affairs. It's the same dude that just was arguing with Japan. Warns drill once again plunge region to grave vortex of escalating tension. Plunges region into grave vortex of escalating tension. This dude, this Korean minister, like he just angry. So North Korea has warned the United States and South Korea that planned military drills this month will be met with unprecedentedly persistent and strong counteractions. The Hermit Nation's Ministry of Foreign Affairs made the threat Friday after South Korea and the U.S. announced joint military drills have been planned that will focus on addressing North Korea's growing nuclear viability. In case the U.S. and South Korea carry into practice their already announced plan for military drills that North Korea, with just apprehension and reason, regards as preparations for an aggression war, they will face unprecedentedly persistent and strong counteractions. North Korea has long accused the U.S. and South Korea of using joint military drills as a pretext for rehearsing an invasion of the isolated communist country. You know, North Korea has been saying that South Korea needed to you know what I'm saying, calm down. North Korea is Kim Jong-un. South Korea called North Korea our enemy for the first time in 6 years. Child. Look, North Korea doesn't give up its nukes. And North Korea doesn't give up its nukes and is persistently posing military threats to us. So the North Korean government and military is our enemy, the document read. Child. So, okay, first one was, I believe it was South Korea beefing with Japan. This one is the United States and South Korea beefing with North Korea. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, so, child. Okay, this one is U.S. warns China not to supply, and this is the night, February 19th, yesterday. And this one says U.S. warns China not to supply Russia with weapons for Ukraine. So it said, U.S. intelligence suggests China is considering providing arms and ammunition to Russia, and involvement in the Kremlin's war effort that will be a serious problem, Secretary of State said. So you remember isn't Kremlin's where that man jumped out the window to commit, or is it the woman? The woman. It was one of the people in my previous video about the Russian officials harming themselves. Kremlin was one of the places where one of those high up people hurt themselves. So it says Blinken said the United States long has been concerned that China will provide weapons to Russia. He pointed out to the Chinese leader, XJ, promised to Russian President Putin of a partnership with no limits. A partnership with no limits. All right. When they met just weeks before Putin sent his troops into Ukraine. So, they've been on the ish. Since ties between the two countries have only grown stronger. Okay, so before Russia ran up in Ukraine, Russia and China was already, chopping it up in the background. And since Russia ran up in Ukraine, China and Russia really been buddy-buddy. All right, so China and Russia is buddy-buddy. Japan is beefing with South Korea. Was it South Korea, y'all? Let me go back. I don't know why my black butt. Was it South Korea? I'm about to say North Korea. Okay. So North Korea and Japan is beefing because North Korea feels Japan is trying to be funny. And North Korea is also beefing with South Korea and the United States. So North Korea is telling Japan, the United States, and South Korea that they really need to get it together, okay? And the United States is telling China, yo, don't get involved with this whole Russian-Ukraine situation. But isn't the United States giving Ukraine stuff? I thought the United States was giving Ukraine. Okay, hold on. U.S. Ukraine. All right, U.S. Ukraine. I could have sworn that U.S. declares Russia committed crimes against humanity. Biden visit Poland a year after Russia's invasion of Ukraine. U.S. spent billions on Ukraine war aid. Okay, that's what that's what I thought. Let's look at this article, y'all. Let's look at this article. All right, let me see. U.S. has spent billions on Ukraine war aid, but is that money landing in corrupt pockets? With more than $100 billion in U.S. weaponry and financial aid flowing to Ukraine in less than a year. Okay, so United States is helping Ukraine, but then telling China don't help Russia. And we done gave them $100 billion in weaponry and financial aid. But yet it's still there's people in America struggling like I don't know what. And more, and it says it's going to be more on the way to counter Russia's invasion. Concerns about arms falling into terrorist hands and dollars into corrupt official pockets are mounting. You think the Special Inspector General, who has overseen aid to Afghanistan since 2012, and the House Republicans warned of the need for closer oversight of the military and humanitarian aid to Ukraine. The scale of the effort is massive. The $113 billion appropriated by Congress in 2022 approaches the 146 billion spent in 20 years. What? Wait a minute. Hold on. The 113 billion appropriated by Congress in 2022 approaches the 146 billion spent in the 20 years for military and humanitarian assistance in Afghanistan, though the cost of sending U.S. troops there was far higher. Okay, so what they're saying is that 113 billion that they sent to Ukraine in less than a year is about to come up on the 146 billion they sent to Afghanistan in the last 20 years. They're pumping that out. So they're pumping the money to Ukraine, but then telling China don't help Russia. What kind of bully? All right, y'all. So look, the next thing I want to talk, that was crazy. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comments, y'all. All right, so the last thing on her is China. China warns of consequences if the United States escalate balloon incident. So they're like, oh, we're going to fly balloons over you. You shot it down and we're mad. And there's going to be consequences if you escalate. You know what? I ain't even going to hold y'all. And I know some of y'all probably don't want to hear this, but this would never have happened if Trump was still in office. I'm not saying the balloons wouldn't have flew over, but I am pretty sure that China would not be threatened. Trump was too unpredictable. He was crazy as I don't know what. Okay, it says China warned the United States on Sunday. Sunday? 1 minute. Hold on. Oh, yeah, that was okay, because today's Monday. It's after 12 o'clock. So, yeah. This just happened. It says China warned the United States on Sunday it would bear all the consequences if it escalated the controversy over the controversy over a Chinese balloon that the United States military shot down this month. Beijing will follow through. Look. Beijing will follow through to the end in event the U.S. insists on taking advantage of the issue, the foreign military said in a statement. A U.S. military fighter jet on February 4th shot down at Washington called a Chinese spy balloon after it had crossed into North America. Beijing says it was an errant weather monitoring craft, a errant weather monitoring. Why they monitoring our weather? We don't need you monitoring our weather. China's statement followed a meeting between top diplomats Wang Yi and U.S. Secretary of State Blinken. Blinken is the same one that we just read in the first article. It was the first article we read. Let me see. What was the first article we read, y'all? Or was it North Korea threatens? Let me see. Because we just read about Blinken cutting up. Blinken got a lot to say. It's the same players. Let me see what Blinken was talking about. I'm trying to think which article he was in. Because we just read about Blinken cutting up. Oh, yeah. And Japan is pissed. Oh, that's right. Y'all, hold on. I'm gonna come back to this. Y'all know y'all good sis got ADHD. But just bear with me. I love y'all. Look. In the Russian, look, China, U.S. warns China not to supply. And that's where Blinken was. See, it says Blinken said the United States long has been concerned about China would provide weapons to Russia. So Blinken's telling them don't supply weapons to Russia too. But it says, look what Secretary Blinken said is big news to me, says Senator Lindsey Graham. Said the world should come down hard on China if it provides lethal weapons to Russia, and he advised Chinese leaders not to do anything rash. But hold on. Oh shoot. Hold on, wait, I'm lunching. Isn't that the one I was just reading? No, I was reading about the air balloon. So Blinken was when we was talking about the US telling China not to supply Russia or weapons to Russia. But I also want to let me see this right here. North Korea threatened bold military steps against Japan. Now, y'all remember the US sought to prepare Taiwan to defend itself and results of a difficult mission. So Japan is still pissed off at us because they wanted to get in between them and Taiwan. Dang, United States is effed, Joe. Whoa. Look, Congress appeared poised to approve an $858 billion Pentagon budget for 2023 in a push to refill the Defense Department's weapons stores following massive withdrawal this year. So they could do $858 billion for weapons for the Defense Department, but they're telling us that we should get ready for a food shortage, a fuel shortage, energy shortage, all of these shortages. But you're taking money from there and you're putting it in weapons that you're giving, that the United States is giving Ukraine. And financial aid. So they're giving Ukraine billions of dollars in financial aid and telling us that we need to buckle down because they're going to take our jobs. And taking our jobs is the only way to counteract the inflation. But they're sending all this money overseas. And wasn't this the very thing that Trump said he wasn't going to do? And if he had won presidency again, they wouldn't be able to do this. I just want y'all to look at the bigger picture. All right. That's all. I'm just here to have y'all look at the bigger picture. Let's go back to the weather balloon. Sometimes I just really want you guys to just think of the bigger picture. I know sometimes it's hard because we really want to be like, oh, Trump ain't ish, and what I'm saying, we don't like this and we don't like that. But you gotta understand the powers that be and the people that pull the strings and the people that do like I'm sorry, y'all. It's late. I'm having the biggest brain fart. It's like 1 a.m. when I'm making this. I'm gonna have this is going to probably preview like around maybe 11 a.m. But I'm doing this at 1 a.m. And then I'm gonna do another video. But I forgot what I was talking about, y'all. You're good, sis. All right, it says China's statement followed a meeting between top diplomats Wang Yi and U.S. Secretary of State Blinken all over the place. So Blinken talking about the balloon, Blinken talking about supplying China and Russia with weapons, and he talking about the whole North Korea. Look, Blinken all over the place. Everybody, look, y'all sit up here and y'all could think all y'all want to that we are not in a whole world war. But I guarantee any major country, let me see, Europe, EU, Europe threatens. Europe threatens. You put Europe threatens and bloop, enter. And Putin threatened Europe against a Brussels brace for winter. Not now. Europe second war threatens to explode. Look, I want to show you. You could put any country in and put threatens right now. And I want y'all to just look at it. And look, Putin threatens Europe against Brussels brace for winter. Europe accuses U.S. of profiting from war. Not now. Europe's second war threatens to explode. When is this? And this is December. This was the end of last year, December 27th. What is this saying? Not now. It says, as Russia unprovoked war in Ukraine heads towards its 1-year anniversary, another European flashpoint is in danger of reigniting the second war on its continent. COSOVO was at the center of the last all-out war in Europe in the late 90s, and tensions there have never fully dissipated. Siberian President Alexander Ducic has this week put his army on its highest level of combat readiness to protect ethnic Serbians areas in North Kosovo. He says they are under threat. I remember that from Kosovo. I remember that. Take all measures to protect our people and preserve Serbia. Ciao. So, like, you think Serbia finally signed a peace accord agreeing to leave Kosovo, but the two countries never enjoyed real peace. NATO peacekeepers have been present in the country since 1999. That war sent more than 600,000 Kosovo refugees to Europe. Look, I'm telling you, they're trying to tell us we're not in World War yet. I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I don't. But, all right, you guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments and have a blessed day.